When I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 142nd episode of Abyssal Musings. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and with me, as always, is my co-host Lawrence Knight.
What's down?
I feel like I just got shunted back to 1987. I haven't heard that in a while. So, we also have with us Abe.
Yo, what's going on?
So, man. So welcome in, everybody. We're back with more Abyssal Musings. Glad to have y'all here. Glad to be up here with these guys. You know, it's,
Glad to be here.
No matter how worn down I am IRL, right? This is a highlight for me. This doing these streams, doing this stuff is a bit of a highlight for me. It's a highlight of my week. I do look forward to them, and I do enjoy being here with y'all. So.
Well, we'll see what you say once we get started. Once you find out what's on the menu for tonight.
Oh shit!
It's more poop stuff.
Oh no! Tonight's all about Samuel's shorties.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This again.
Here you go praying again.
No, I'm not praying. I'm swearing. I'm taking his name in vain, and I'm doing it intentionally.
Well,
Yep.
That's why you keep running into these crazy women.
It's really not.
It
Anyhow.
is. You're serving penance. Just stopping by to, hey, it's Kohai.
You know, see, penance doesn't really work if you're not sorry.
Well,
and I'm
Kohai,
not.
You could just quit your job.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm not going to.
I said Kohai, not you.
Oh. I didn't hear you say Kohai. I just thought you were just spouting off again. So, anyhow. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Apparently Larry's gonna, start throwing digs at me again here soon. So we'll get to that in a minute. But first, we're gonna say hi to everybody in the chat. So we got BTK in the chat. Hello, good to see you. Aaron, Laura, welcome in.
Aaron,
Yellow. Howdy. We got Old Blondie with us tonight. Hello, Zillage. Welcome back. Good to see you, my man. Kohai, as always, welcome. We've got JB in the chat. Hello. And making a rare appearance because, I imagine it's Veer's not here. We have Sukanuka. We also have Beak with us. Welcome in, you guys. We're live on Twix, YouTube, and Rumble as usual. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Try to bring them up on screen. Let you know that we see you. So, Larry, let's get to the agenda, I suppose.
Well, now, before we get to this week, let's talk about next week. So next week, unless I screw it up, so next week is the start of the Road to Halloween. That starts next Friday. We're going to start that up with the final match for Monsters Ball. And I'll get to that in a minute. And we're also going to have trivia, but next week's trivia is going to be featuring the app that Suka built for me, which I need to finish paying him for. The man took his time. He does great work, and I just think that that's caught my eye. It's not the job, Larry. My husband and I got our own trail, and it's a bit of a upper and after working days of I've been going over and working on it. Oh, well, sell it. I'm sorry.
Don't listen to him.
Sorry. But no, going back to that. But we are going to use Suka's hard work and use the app. And the trivia is going to be, I'm going to call it Nights Halloween Trivia Volume 1. So all of the trivia is going to be horror related, straight horror film related, horror film, genre, real life, you name it, all the way to Halloween, which you guys know the last day of the of the Road to Halloween is going to end on Halloween Day itself, which is also on a Friday. Um, which leads me to this week. This week tonight we have quite the night. We've got I call it infamous news, but really it's more of an update or kind of a discussion of an upcoming video game and an upcoming movie. We've got two Monsters Balls triple threats that we're not gonna do back to back. We're gonna split. We got something I'm calling scare talks. So it's scary stuff from TikTok, and then we've got two lists of scares gone wrong, and then we'll end it with the second Monsters Ball triple threat, and that will be the night.
Cool.
Fair enough.
You thought it was gonna be all about you and the crazy women you like to date.
You said it would be.
Yeah, but I lied. Now, albeit I did wait, did I sneak one in? I might have. Actually, I think one of the scare talks does have one of your
We
answers
have
on there.
a rare Nomi appearance. Welcome in.
Hey, it's Naomi.
Hello. It's
Oh,
me.
hello.
Oh, she's on the
I'm
panel. I
here.
thought she was in the chat.
No, I'm on the
There you go.
panel.
Hi,
A
Oh,
Naomi.
rare
nice.
Nomi appears.
Welcome in.
I've just got the Pokemon fight music going through my head now.
That's what I had. The battle fight. Like,
Yeah.
What movie? Tuka, did you? Is that the one that he was talking about that he did a few months ago? If that's what you're talking about, Suka, yeah, I watched it. The
Yeah,
one with,
not only
Yeah.
did Larry watch it, but we showed some of it on here, and Amira herself showed some of it on her channel before she
Yeah.
got mad at it and turned it off.
Yeah, she did. but that didn't happen here. I made sure the whole thing was shown.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So with that said, let's start with the news. So I'm sure you guys. I don't know if you guys have. I mean, damn, there's so many streaming shows out there right now, but there's a streaming channel that I joined called Shudder, and Shudder bought the rights to a supernatural thriller called Good Boy. Now I've been hearing some rumblings about this movie.
This.
Okay.
It's kind of it's almost it's like a cabin in the woods type of thing. I think. Maybe or more like a Evil Dead type of thing, I should say.
From what I saw, it looked a little bit more like it was like a paranormal activity kind of thing from the dog's perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for stealing my thunder. I was getting to that.
Mhm.
just stole my whole just killed the whole lead up. But yeah, no, the movie is done from the dog's perspective. I thought it might. I thought it was a little bit of paranormal activity, but I'm starting to think it's more of a Evil Dead type of thing too, and maybe with a little bit of The Shining thrown in because when you watch the trailer, you can kind of see that the owner's kind of losing his mind. So, and then you see like bloody footsteps and things like that. So poor dog, poor Indy.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to see how this movie works out, and curious to see how they put it together because it's an extremely small cast, and I think once they go to the cabin, it's just that guy and the dog. So
Mm.
I think like from what I've seen, this was first brought to my attention by Lady Gravemaster and green-haired anti-liberal. We're talking about it, and then Selena, Scream Queen Selena, jumped in and was talking a little bit about it, and all of them were just like, "Gosh, I hope the dog doesn't die." Except Lady Gravemaster, who's a bit more practical.
I was just thinking that actually. I hope the dog doesn't die.
Well,
yeah.
that's the
I
thing.
don't care
We're
what
all
else
hoping
happens.
I'm gonna predict it right now. The dog dies. Right, the dog not only dies but makes a heroic sacrifice to save its owner from whatever the presence is. That's how this is going to go, and it's going to piss a lot of people off.
Probably. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna take the opposite end of that, because leave it to you to choose the worst case scenario.
Look, the
But
description of the movie was
It's
heartbreaking.
it's pessimistic, but also realistic.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, but also too when I read the article, because the writer was alluding to that, and they were like, "Oh, the video, the trailer was hard to watch. This, and this." And I watched the trailer, and I was like, "Come on, dude,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
that dang hard to watch."
well, no, it's gonna be the end. I think they were when they say heartbreaking. That's the clue. That's what gives it away for me. Is because it's frankly it's a fact, especially online. People put more value on their pets' lives than they do their own species. So when they say heartbreaking in a horror movie that involves a dog, they're gonna kill the dog.
Then again, if it's from the dog's perspective, could it not be that the human dies?
It could be the other way around.
I mean, that's possible. Sure, I'll give you that.
Maybe the dog dies of heartbreak because he sees the owner dies.
Or they both die.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm predicting.
Maybe
I'm predicting
everything
an ending like The
dies.
Exorcist, where Father Karras sacrificed himself, right, to save Reagan. Like that's the kind of thing I think is going to happen here.
Oh, do you know what would be really fucked up? Is if the dog itself got possessed by whatever this is.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm
and
thinking.
then pulls a Father Karras.
Yeah, that's exactly where my head's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, JV, good to see you, man.
Well, I'm definitely gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I kind of don't want to, because unfortunately, I'm kind of leaning toward. I'm like, man, they about to f this dog up in some way.
Yeah. I don't watch films with animals in them.
Yeah. Side note, Joker's dropping by to give thanks to Lawrence for showing up for Wednesday Night Is Overbooked the other night, which I did catch like the first 15 minutes of. I'm just not a wrestling guy, so most of what you guys were talking about didn't really mean much to me. But yeah,
well, if somebody isn't talking about the world ending, it doesn't mean anything to you.
This is true. This is a fact, right? So, but
nice.
Point is I did catch you over there. I did listen to it for a little while, and you guys were, it's been a minute since.
Yeah, my favorite part was when Jacob Ironside was dropping my link in the chat for people to join my channel. Only it was your link he was dropping, and I had that. I was like, "Hey, that's not." You're sending them to Sam. You're sending them to Sam's channel, and they're gonna click on that link and be like, "Well, wait a minute."
God damn it, Jacob!
I mean, you're on this channel, but yeah, folks out there, Larry's got a whole other channel that he's putting content out on.
Here's a Jacob right here. I mean, he's not Ironside, but his name is Jacob, so we can blame him.
Yeah, close enough.
But
and
yeah,
Jacob, you're gonna hate Old Yeller if you haven't seen that.
We know how Old Yeller ends. I've never watched Old Yeller
or Cujo.
For good reason. Same
or
reason why
I
never
Am
watched
Legend.
Cujo.
Yeah.
Or I Am Legend.
Yep.
I made the mistake of watching I Am Legend. And I knew they were gonna kill that dog.
Or Marley and Me.
Oh man, that one was the worst. It wasn't even a horror movie.
Oh, that's a chick flick. I've never bothered with it.
Yeah,
It is a chick flick, but man, if you love dogs, you're gonna rip some tears for sure.
Yeah, I knew something terrible was going to happen to it when the film is named after the dog. It always does. That's why I don't watch them.
Like Milo and Otis.
Oh man, I miss Milo and Otis. That was a fun movie.
Mm-hmm. Or if you like to get at the heartstrings, Fox and the Hound, where they had to grow up and be enemies with their friends inside. So that kind of killed me. I was like,
yeah,
like. Born to be best friends, forced to be enemies.
Yeah.
And when the senior dog in Fox and the Hound, when he falls off the cliff because of the train, I'm like, no. But I got happy at the end that he lived and he has a broken leg.
Yeah, animal deaths are hard for me, especially I've experienced movie type dog deaths in real time. One of them, the last one I had, died in my wife's arms.
No.
Like the night before Thanksgiving. Like literally just he just
Oh, damn.
dropped dead. So yeah,
Mm.
it sucks, man. I mean, I don't for those of you I hope that having pets is hard, man. And that's why yeah, I just told her I was like, man, I don't want any more dogs. I've probably set
Yeah.
a record of having to bury them. I think I stopped counting at 6. So throughout my entire
Yeah.
life. Um, moving on. So
Yeah.
before I start choking up, um, the second thing for this quick infamous news is Halloween. They are making a video game out of Halloween. For those of you who have played the Friday the 13th game that came out a few years ago, which it was kind of like a one versus all type of thing where
Yeah.
you have like what 5 or 6 survivors and at random or yeah like 7 people and at random somebody's chosen to be Jason and you get special abilities and stuff. You know pretty much chase everybody else around and carve them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That same company is making Halloween and it'll be released sometime next year. Uh,
Hmm.
so instead of trying to escape Crystal Lake, the point of this game will be to get into Haddonfield, warn people. Apparently, you have to quote stick to the shadows, from what I read, which to me is stupid. Um, we have to warn all of the people who live there, all of the other residents that Michael Myers is coming, and you have to notify the authorities and get the authorities to come there and save everybody before he gets to you. So,
Who's the developer?
uh, the developer, let's see,
Because I played that Friday the 13th game, but I didn't.
Elphonic and Gun Media, or is that, or is that, or is that just other news outlets? Uh, but it says it's the same company that made the Friday the 13th game, so I have to
Yeah.
scroll down.
Like I played the Friday the 13th game and it was fun for about 10 minutes. I think probably the best one
Yeah.
of this type of games and probably the most well known is Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I used to watch a YouTuber that played that, and it was fun at first, but he just 3 years and he's still playing that game, and it's all he plays. And I unsubbed from his
Yeah.
channel. I was like, man, come on.
Yeah. But
Is he not just playing it alone at this point?
I mean, no, Dead by Daylight's still pretty popular, but there were
Oh,
others like
I thought you meant the other one.
the Friday the 13th one kind of fell off. There was one that was based on
Yeah.
Predator that fell off real quick after it was
Mhm.
after it debuted. There was one called Prey where you were like either machine gunning like space infantry versus or you were a big scary space alien, and it was like one big scary space alien versus a bunch of that one did pretty well for a while. But these kinds of games are you know
They're
as
mostly party
deathmatch
games.
stuff goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Too simplistic,
and,
too formulaic.
and
Mhm.
Evil Dead was okay. It didn't last anywhere near as long as the Friday the 13th game. But this one
No.
will have a single player story mode, which is, I mean, it just says, the other people that you will be working with, everybody else is bots, you know, and then you've got the online PvP type of thing. So we'll see how long it lasts. There is a video. I'm gonna nuke the sound though because
Does it have John
uh,
Carpenter's copyrighted theme music in it?
it does at the end.
Probably.
Well, it's got it does have some of his music, and it has Dr. Loomis's voice when he talks about how he tried to help Mikey, and I mean it sucks when you can't hear, you can't, like he's talking right now and you can't really hear it.
Yeah.
But what you're gonna see is, now to me, I think this is the 60s or the 70s, because you're gonna see a girl run out, and judging by the state of her hairstyle, it had to be from the 70s, or early 70s, late 60s. I was like, yep,
Hmm.
that's definitely a '60s hairstyle. She
Did they
should be
give
coming
John
out in something.
Carpenter an executive producer credit on this?
He is. I think he either produces or directs the game.
That's
So, but
surprising because he retired.
hey,
Yeah.
money talks, man. Money.
Yeah.
Look at oh boy, did I'm just not catching that.
Mhm.
Okay, yep. There she goes. Boom.
Oh,
That is
that's
definitely a late
70s hair.
'60s. Yeah, that is definitely '70s hair.
As a blowout and some what looks like poorly rendered
Yeah.
bell bottoms.
That's painfully old school.
Yeah, so she's talking to him. Lights go off. She runs out, and there's the man himself.
It's a pretty good render. He's not quite as he doesn't look like he looks a little slight.
Well, the very first
Mm.
Michael was shaped like that. He wasn't. Michael Myers himself has never uh, been. He's not Kane Hodder.
No, he's
You
not.
know.
He's not. But he's and to be fair, most of the actresses he was paired up against, particularly like the first one off the top of my head, Jamie Lee Curtis, are not very
Yeah.
large women.
No.
So he does look bigger next to them, which is and all that. And so and you're right. He's not built like Kane Hodder, but I don't think he was ever like that. Looks like a skinny guy wearing a jumpsuit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
But it is essentially going to be 90% the same game as the others.
Kind of looks like it might be a possibility. I don't know. I'd have to see like actual gameplay of it to make
Yeah.
that call. But I don't know. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's got enough jingling keys or whatever to keep me engaged. I don't know because
Maybe it's
frankly,
fun for 15 minutes instead of 10.
It could be. It could be. And the Halloween series is pretty good, like so as slasher flicks and franchises go. So I'd be willing to take a closer look at it, if not outright play it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So next up is we're going to do the first triple threat for Monsters Ball, which is your favorite, Sam, which is Klaus Michelson versus Mephisto and the Tall Man.
The gayest vampire ever is not my favorite.
He's not gay.
He's not the gayest. Come on.
He's not at all. If you've ever
Not
watched
even
the show,
close.
he's far from it.
That's where he gets his
And
power. He sucked all those dicks.
He's not only a vampire, he's a werewolf too.
yeah, because he sucked a werewolf dick too. He's a furry.
No, he took a werewolf dick and sucked another.
Sam, that sounds like wishful thinking on your part. Maybe you slip a tentacle or two, give him a reach around.
No, yeah. That whole franchise I think is kind of retarded. The only thing I liked about it was the chick who played Elena in the Vampire Diaries was really hot. But other than that, I never got
Nina Dobrev, was it?
Yeah.
Sam doesn't care about the name. He's like, yeah, her.
He's like, yeah, that one. So,
oh no, I'm gonna miss the gay vampire conversation.
So I think I don't know if there's a need to give visuals for each of these guys because I've been doing them every week.
Yeah.
But as you guys know, we've had them so many times. Mephisto is basically, so Nomi, if you've ever read Marvel Comics, Mephisto is basically, he's not Satan per se. They say he's not, but with the way he acts and what he does, he's kind of the traditional Hollywood version of Satan with contracts and stuff like that. And he has his own, rules his own realm that he calls hell, and that's where he's most powerful. And he goes around different characters, throughout Marvel, making contracts and stuff for their souls. So if you watched WandaVision or Agatha all along, you'll hear his name get mentioned, periodically. but the Ironheart show that just came on Disney Plus a few months ago.
Mhm.
Uh, he actually finally appears in Ironheart. So Mephisto is a major part of
Yeah.
Marvel Comics because of just a lot of the shenanigans that people go through. At some point, it's gotten to the point where I'd say seven out of 10 times you find out that Mephisto was involved with it in some way or somehow. Uh, so pretty powerful guy. Um, I think his power levels is pretty much off. It's off the scale that Marvel uses, but I think there are other people that are stronger than him. There definitely are, but he's right
Yeah.
up there. Um,
Yeah.
and then we have the Tall Man. So, for those of you who don't know, the Tall Man he is the mortician from the movie Phantasm. So he's the old, tall, scary man that walks real slow, and you know,
Yeah,
I
super
think his
deep
walk is more
voice.
menacing than Jason's.
Yeah, and he made saying the word "boy" in a super deep voice like
Boy.
awesome before Chris Judge got to it in God of War.
Yeah,
Yeah. Boy, 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 boy.
yeah, that dude. I mean, Naomi, I don't know if you ever watched any of the old Phantasm movies, but
No,
that
I
guy just
haven't.
yeah, that guy, the way he moved, just the way he talked. Angus Grimm just
Mhm.
looked every bit the part. Just a scary
Yeah.
old man, tall, just the way he walked, and then they did it in slow motion. And he had that look on his face. It was like it was just so eerie.
You know what I love about that series is they made another one like a couple years ago, right? It's supposed to be
Mm.
the final one or whatever, and he's in it, and he's still got that same shitty '70s haircut that he had in the first one.
Nice.
No, it's
Hey,
because
style is forever.
Slender Man is
Yeah.
a very different thing. This is the tall man. It's yeah, he's also slender, but referred to by his height, not his thickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slender Man's like a poor man's
Oh,
ripoff.
so you're saying he has a cake then? You said he with this, so are we talking about how many C's? Is it 2 C's or 3 C's?
It's with a K.
Mm. Mm.
Oh man, yeah. No, it's an interesting character though because he starts out just being this creepy dude who's like robbing, corpses out of the mortuary that he works in, and then you find out that's not what he is, and that's not what he's doing with them. I mean, he is stealing the bodies, but he's not just stealing them.
Yeah.
It's a
He's
whole thing,
fondling
and
them.
kind of, but they come back worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has
Sexual deviance.
I don't think he's more interested in taking your brain and putting them in these spheres that have drills in them, and so they're one of his main modes of attack. And they'll attack and hit you in the head and drill into your head and pull your brain out, and then he puts you in one. So it's kind of
It's pretty
it's just so
gruesome.
many. Then he's got those little creepy Ewok looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's part body horror, part just
per cosmic
generic
horror,
monster.
actually.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it doesn't start out that way. You don't really get what's going on because the first half of it makes zero sense. Right. It's all over the fucking place, and it's very poorly edited. Towards the end of this first movie, it starts to make a little bit more sense, but until they start lore dumping in the sequels and stuff, like it doesn't really come together. But there's actually serious cosmic horror underneath all of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because and here's the difference between him and Mephisto is Mephisto rules his realm, right? And that's where he's strongest. He's still strong outside of it, but the tall man actually is a realm. He actually is one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's less confined by rules than Mephisto is. I mean, the dude conquers dimensions.
Yeah, well, that's right. He's a dimension. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of photos of him. So you see this one here. This is like this one. That's when he's still human. So at some point, he's an old man sitting on the porch with his wife. Some kind of portal opens up. He walks through it. Portal opens back up, and what walks out is that.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't even think those are the same character. I think the old man who walks through the portal got hollowed out and replaced by whatever's walking around in his skin.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
explain
Makes
it.
sense.
And here's the other thing too, is that similar to Q, as he said in Picard 3 when he was talking to Picard's son, when you think
Yeah.
about death, he was like, you think in such linear terms. Well, one of the guys that the tall man spent, decades chasing after him, the guy finally killed the tall man. He blew him up. He rigged his car to explode and lured him to him, and kaboom. And he's all sitting there happy. He's like, oh, I finally got this fool. Portal opens up. Another tall man walks out, gets him, and kills him.
Yeah.
Just so it's like you kill one, and then another one just shows up.
Well, it's kind of interesting though too, because the two main protagonists, right? There's this kid named Mike, and I forget what the other guy's name is, who was a friend of Mike's older brother who gets killed in the first movie, right?
Mhm.
They basically band together to defeat this thing, right? Because they're the only ones who really understand who and what he is, and they end up becoming dimension hoppers themselves. And something about their proximity to him, or their travels, or their adventures, or whatever, they're not on his level in terms of power by any means, but I think that they come out of it a little less human too.
But he gets them all. In fact, I think this is the one he gets. Like he gets much older, and he's the one that kills the tall man. But then another one shows up and kills him, and turns him and gets his brain and turns him into one of those spheres. And I think that was in Phantasm 4, I want to say.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a weird series, but
It is. It's hard to follow. You really.
You can get Halloween masks. Nice.
Mhm.
Maybe I should be the black tall man for Halloween.
Is there a good photo of one of his spheres?
Just get some stilts.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Man,
it's kind of a weird one. Like, if you were to wear a mask like that, people are just like, what are you, an old man? Like, yeah, but there's context.
Yeah.
He calls them sentinels. So
yeah,
Nomi, he'll get your head and turn you to one of these. Your brain will be locked up in that.
Ooh.
And it has little like different things. Like it'll use that to stick to the side of somebody's head, and then a drill will come out and it'll drill into your head, and then another like a surgical scalp or something. It'll take your head off and take your brain out and take it back to the tall man, who then puts you into one of these, and then you go around scalping people.
It's sort of like an automated multi-purpose tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fly.
Yep.
Even
it's like a interdimensional Leatherman of some sort.
Old people are scary.
They are, dude.
Old people are scary. Children are scary. Animals that don't act the way you expect them to are scary.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, Laura, your birthday's going to be next Friday.
Nice.
Premature.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aaronator.
Yeah,
to celebrate,
and I'll say it on the day.
Here to celebrate,
Yeah.
we'll show you and Nomi a photo of Mephisto. There you go. There he is, and all his gruesomeness.
Well, to be fair, they designed the guy in the 60s, and he's pretty generically devil looking. He doesn't even have real horns. He's just
Yeah.
got fucking hair that sort of looks like it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got so many. There's so many different drawings of him. I mean, some of them got him looking even worse.
Yeah.
Like that one.
And actually, if you saw the first Ghost Rider movie with Nick Cage, Peter
did.
Fonda plays him.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I think it should have been more about him and not Blackheart.
I don't
Yeah.
think Blackheart shows up until the sequel.
No, Blackheart is the
Is he in the first
Blackheart. is the main
Blackheart's the
one.
main villain.
Yeah,
Huh.
Blackheart's the main villain.
Fair enough. But you know why they got Peter Fonda, right? Just because of his fame due to Easy Rider. You know, the whole motorcycle.
Yeah.
attraction.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So was it? No, it wasn't Henry Fonda. It was Peter Fonda. Peter Fonda. Sorry,
Yeah.
Henry
All
Fonda
right.
is the Fonz. Oh, no, that's Henry Winkler. God, I'm getting them all mixed up.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
Damn it. Hey, we got a mirror in the chat or in the back here. Welcome in.
Oh, hello.
It's a mirror.
Amira.
And just for you know me, here is a photo of Sam's favorite character and his pick to win the whole thing, Klaus Michelson.
Oh, Jesus.
There he is. Sam thinks he's cute.
You know,
Ghost Rider was a shitty movie, actually.
Probably cute to eat.
if you
So was Green Lantern, but they're both guilty pleasures of mine.
What's up, girl?
Hi.
Where the hell you been?
Doing life.
Also,
She's doing it live.
You can't do life with us? Oh, okay. I see how it
hey,
is.
we got Devil.
Yeah.
Amira,
Good timing.
I don't know if
gay
the guys
vampire.
told you. I had a pretty big surgery earlier this year, so I was out for a while.
Yeah,
Did
she was.
you?
Yeah.
What? Oh, do you mind sharing, or is it something more personal?
No, I don't mind sharing. They found a giant tumor in my right ovary, and on top of that, I had a fibroid. So I had two giant, big ass things in my stomach that made me look pregnant.
Oh, chingue su madre. I'm sorry, girl.
Dude, yeah, for real. Chinga su madre, for real. I was like, oh my
Oh,
god.
I forgot you understand Spanish. Se me olvidó.
Yeah, see.
Well, shingles
my
and chicken
God.
pox. I'm glad you're okay.
Pero ya te recuperaste. Shingles and chicken pox.
Shingles and-
That actually makes sense.
yeah, that actually does. But
¿Ya
yeah.
te
But no,
recuperaste o no?
mande?
¿Te recuperaste o no?
No.
When the hell did this become bilingual? What the fuck?
That's what I was about to say. Wait a minute. You're not going to be
This is
You're the devil. You
It- it-
understand every language. You should understand
It was
what we're
just
saying.
about to become bisexual.
on
this
Sam's
wasn't
part.
even the first time that Amira has started like just going back and forth with in another language with a panelist on this
Yeah,
channel.
just with those, just. Yeah, oh, and now the devil's here. Can't have Monsters Ball without the King of Monsters here himself.
But before we continue, Amira, I used the new word the other day, the one that last time I talked to you, chiga. I used
Chiga?
that, and I used that in a sentence. I was like, Amira.
Did you? ¿Y te
I
gustó? Did
did.
it feel good?
Yeah, and the person accepted it very well.
Have a good night,
Hey,
JV.
there
All
you
right,
go.
all right, JV.
Bye.
Hey, we'll
Yeah,
expect you next week for the trivia, JV. Anyway, so for those of us who was here, we've got a triple threat. Sam, who do you think has this one?
This is the three-way
Three-way battle.
battle.
All right.
I think the tall man takes it.
That
think
makes
he-
two of us.
I think he takes Klaus, and he puts him
Klaus ain't
into a
winning.
rainbow-colored sentinel, and he uses that sentinel to mutilate Mephisto.
He's not gay, for fuck's sake.
He's not gay, man. He's not.
Not all vampires are gay.
No, they are.
All right, Abe, what do you think?
Tall man.
I agree. That's 3 of us. Devil.
Oh, jeez. I really wanted to miss this one. Well, it depends. How do they get Klaus out of the gay bar to fight in the first place?
They sent Sam in there with some lipstick on her purse.
It was a full moon because he's also a werewolf.
He's a furry.
I mean, that's a different issue.
I don't know. Klaus is. I don't know.
Go to the naughty corner, Jakub.
Because physically, yeah, Klaus would have him, but the other two kind of fight on a different level. They're not necessarily physical. They're going to keep it out of that realm. So I would say it would be down to Mephisto or the Tall Man, and I think Mephisto.
Wow. I'll elaborate on mine. I think Klaus doesn't stand a chance against either one of them. I mean, if it came down to if they just say, "Hey, let's just if they put the magic down and just stuck to a straight up fist fight, then Klaus will wipe the floor with both of them." But I mean, them using their powers, he's not beating them. He's half vampire, half werewolf. That's it. He's in a lot of trouble. In fact, and honestly, looking at the way his personality is in the show, he wouldn't have even shown up for a fight like that. He'd be like, nope.
He can also wield magic, but not on the same kind of level as these others.
Nowhere near on their level.
You know what? It might have been a better match for Klaus. There is I forget the character's name, but Scott
Rainbow
Speedman's
Bright.
character. No, Scott Speedman character from Underworld, because he was a hybrid too.
Oh yeah, but Klaus is stronger than him though.
Or maybe not even him. Like, what was the name of the eldest one who got turned into a hybrid? The one with the bat wings. That guy, maybe.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Liberace or some shit like that.
No, the ginger.
He's talking about Mark. I think his name is it Mark.
It was him. Marcus. Yeah.
Marcus. No, he's stronger than Marcus. Klaus is stronger than
Marcus. Definitely.
So, and you definitely know that he wasn't in the world of darkness, because if he was, everybody in their shifty dog would be trying to take him out, because abominations are a big no.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Unless you got a white oak stake, ain't not gonna happen. And he burnt that tree down. So he burnt that tree down to make sure it's gone. So let's see. Well, Nomi, you got an opinion?
I don't have a horse in this race, so no, I don't have an opinion. I'm just here for the hangs. I just like listening to the nerdy friends I have talk about nerdy stuff.
Hey, I ain't no nerd.
Yeah, there's nerds here. What the hell?
You're the type of guys who get their money, like, get beat up, get stuffed in a locker, get your money taken away for lunch, and I'll be there just hanging out. I was like, oh man, again, you guys got bullied. Oh, you got another wedgie.
Actually, I was.
What's that thing called when you get your head?
That's bullshit. I could never fit in a locker.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Actually, I was. I was actually.
All right, well, what's
fucking big?
Well, I was a jock in high school, so and every guy that tried to bully me ended up getting beat up.
I couldn't fit my dick in a locker. Never mind the rest of me.
Threw one guy.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to wait.
Abe just has to go throw that out there.
No, I was gonna say I actually threw a guy in a trash can and rolled him down the hill at school. So no, I was.
Wait, that's a real thing, Larry? Does that really happen?
No, I'm lying. Yes, it happened.
No, I said,
one and only time he tried to.
Does that really happen? Like, do people actually get momentum going down the hill?
Oh yes, he rolled down quite quickly, and he left me alone after that.
Yeah.
In fact, when I felt bad, like me and my friends, we actually ran and tried to catch him. We couldn't even catch him to stop him.
Was he screaming? Was he able to make noise or no?
Yeah, it made noise all the way down to the other side of campus.
Mm. No, because I thought that you would be spinning so fast, so quickly that you wouldn't
He
be able to even
was.
get
He
it.
was in the trash can spinning. He was going. We couldn't catch him. We tried
Well,
to catch him like halfway down. We were like, "Oh shoot!"
because I've only seen it in movies, Larry, where
Oh
people get thrown into like wheelbarrows or trash cans or something like that.
yeah. No, he went down pretty quick. Went all the way down to the end, hit the tree, stopped, left me alone after that.
So, what were the rest of you in high school?
All right, we can
Kicked
finish
out.
Nice. Best answer.
I did drop out twice, but no, I was a goth kid, right, in a town full of shit kickers.
I can see
So
that.
you can imagine how that went.
Hmm.
And I was in high school when Columbine happened, so you can imagine how a guy who dressed in all black and and wore a trench coat might have run into some trouble there.
I bet the
Yeah.
day after you were the first person in the principal's office.
Matrix
Third,
was a
because
thing,
I wasn't
though.
the only one.
But that was also during the time of the Matrix, the trench coat and all that. So you might have
That's
been
true.
It was about a year before that, but yeah. Like for a minute, trench coats were anathema. They weren't allowed. You couldn't wear them and all that stuff because of the stigma, and also because my school altered their dress code, so they weren't allowed because they didn't want it to appear like somebody might be like Claypool to Harris. And then the Matrix came out, and all of a sudden we were fucking cool again.
Yeah, it went from the trench coat mafia to you love the Matrix,
right? I didn't even see the movie when it came out right away. So
What about the rest of you? What about the rest of you? What were you guys?
Hold up, wait, because you're derailing the program with these questions, Amira. Sorry.
Oh my God, we listen. We can derail for a couple of minutes.
No, we're not,
You
because
see, that's
we
your
get
problem.
derailing and the whole show will be done, and I know you're doing that on purpose. There.
I just want to know stuff about everybody. You know what? See, that's why I don't even like to come over here no more. You always mess it up.
Well, we know where you can go, you Jen.
I don't know. All of y'all gonna be blocked tomorrow on my channel. All of you.
Yeah, right.
Aw.
except me, I answered the question.
Alrighty. Here's your three fighters: Mephisto, the Tall Man, and Klaus Michelson. I'm not gonna read all that. We know what he pretty much does. Alien Mortician, mastery over dimensions and necromancy, commands sentinel spheres, dwarf zombie armies, and clones of himself. Can teleport, regenerate, and rewrite physical rules in localized spaces. Functionally immortal unless destroyed all across all his versions. That's the Tall Man. Mephisto, archdemon, ruler of hell, can warp reality, manipulate souls, is immortal, most dangerous in his realm, but is still a powerhouse elsewhere. Treats battles like games, often manipulative before destruction. And Klaus, well, he can fight and he's a hybrid. Eh,
I mean, the tall man's basically Rick Sanchez. You better make sure you got all of them.
pretty much. Hey, Amira's here. She can read it.
No, I don't even want to play now. I don't even want to play.
Yeah,
no more.
dude, you pissed her off.
I took my ball and went to the corner already.
She's always mad. When is she not mad at me?
That's the problem. You would think you would get it and start understanding.
He was invisible.
When
in
ain't
high
she ever
school.
just not
That's
mad?
not true. You had a friend named Rachel in high school.
Which is like having no friend at all.
So let's see. So Klaus versus both. Klaus strikes
I was not
first.
pretending to be Black, Nuka. I was pretending to be Puerto Rican. There's a difference.
There are black Puerto Ricans.
There are black Puerto Ricans.
Whatever. You guys understand. Larry, I'm sorry if I'm derailing you. Go back to your rail.
You're not derailing anything. This person did. No, I just want to get through this first so that we don't. I like the banter and the questions and stuff. I just wanted to, since I had already started this up. Klaus strikes first, speed blitzing the tall man, tearing apart dwarves and crushing two sentinels with his hands. which he's fast enough to be able to do that. He's fast enough to dodge the first barrage. But Mephisto laughs. He snaps his fingers, and Klaus is suddenly bound in flaming chains. Dragged across the cathedral floor, Klaus howls, but his hybrid strength breaks the first set. His rage fuels him. He charges at Mephisto like a beast. Mephisto is amused, but not threatened. You remind me of Ghost Rider, only less fiery. The tall man sees this opportunity. His spheres unleash lasers and drills on Mephisto while dimensional rifts open to swallow him. Mephisto's body is torn apart only for him to reform instantly, smiling wider. He counter rips the tall man's clones out of existence, seizing their souls mid teleport. Wow. But here's the twist. The tall man doesn't lose when he dies, he replicates elsewhere. From 3 different portals, 3 tall men step out. Round 3, Klaus's Gambit. Klaus realizes brute force won't win. He targets the tall man instead of Mephisto, hoping the Undertaker is killable. He drives a spike through the tall man's chest, tears another in half, and rips a spear apart with his bare hands. But each destroyed tall man just reforms through another portal. Klaus is furious. What are you? Meanwhile, Mephisto grows bored. Final round. Soul Claim. Mephisto decides to end the game. With one gesture, all of Klaus's enemies, the witches, hybrids, and his betrayals manifest before him, feeding his rage into despair. Klaus falters, his will cracks, and Mephisto lunges for his soul. The tall man tries to counter, reaching for Klaus too, attempting to shrink him into his collection. But Mephisto is faster. He snaps his fingers. The tall man's dimensional gateways implode, trapping all his clones in a prison of Mephisto's own hell. The tall man vanishes with a metallic shriek. What? Klaus screams in fury, claws out, but Mephisto claims his soul and fires, sealing him in an infernal contract. Winner Mephisto, I did not see that coming.
I did.
Well, that's because it's you.
Exactly. Y'all doubt me.
Yeah, I'm not buying this one.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Let's see why. Klaus is terrifying on a supernatural scale, but simply outclassed by gods. He fought valiantly, but in the end, he's mortal compared to devils. The tall man is tricky and dangerous, but Mephisto's dominion over souls and dimensions allows him to overwrite the tall man's tricks. Mephisto operates on a cosmic level. He can both erase the tall man's dimensional cheats and psychologically crush Klaus before consuming him. That's an argument.
Yeah.
That seems to me like the descriptions of the tall man and Mephisto are mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it because don't you have to sign a contract with Mephisto before he can claim your soul?
Yeah.
Yes. He can't
That's
just
how it
force
works,
you into a
Larry.
contract.
Well, technically.
Well, let's hear it, Amira. First one's
I
done.
mean, even if you sign a contract, you got to remember there is always fine print, and sometimes the fine print can say all you have to do is sign the contract once, and I can take your soul forever.
But the tall man never signed a contract with him, though.
No contracts were made.
I mean,
not even implied.
So I could see something happening with like Mickelson at a different point in time where like Mephisto pulls like a needful things on him, right? Mm-hmm. Right, disguises himself and does like a mundane little contract, but it's not like he's not showing him the whole thing. And when he signs his name, he signs the actual, you know what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Like he could have tricked him into signing something like earlier, and that then I could see him binding the hybrid into a contract, but he can't just force people into contracts. It's not like he doesn't have the power to do that. He has the power to do a lot of things, but to force people to do anything against their will is not one of those things.
No, but he can trick people into it.
Sure.
So he could very well put Klaus through something that he thinks he's signing something different. He can manipulate him. There's ways to do it.
Yeah, he could rig the game as much as he needs to get that signature, but the signature still has to be offered freely.
It's just like with Ghost Rider at least in the movie. I'm not sure about in the comic books. In the movie, remember he says, I'm gonna keep your dad alive just to let his dad die on the ramp the next jump he does. He knew he was going to die. He knew he wasn't necessarily saving his life. He was giving him a couple more days or hours or whatever. He can lie all he wants.
Sure.
I mean, I would never lie, but
I just don't see where in the battle that the AI laid out that happened.
Yeah, it didn't go into the detail, but it's not saying it couldn't happen just because it didn't go into that detail. Still, I win.
Well, here's the thing too. Also, is that I mean, if you watched Agatha all along, I mean, you know that well, even in Marvel Comics, Death is a being too, and Death is like a highly cosmic level being, and Mephisto lied because he knew he didn't have the power to stop somebody from dying. Only he can't usurp Death's authority in that way. So he probably, like you said, he lied. He was probably like, well, I'm gonna save your dad, but he knew that his dad was gonna die the next day, the next jump he did, and was probably gonna die at that time, the all along. He just, just lied to him. Period.
Yeah. I also don't see how Mephisto traps the tall man in a pocket dimension. I don't see that sticking for very long because tall man's whole thing is moving between dimensions. Like that's like the one thing he excels at.
Right. But if Mephisto, if he can control different dimensions, and he can close them, and the tall man actually is a dimension, then I can understand the argument that hey, he can just seal him up. I'll just make it so that you can't replicate. You can replicate all you want, but you ain't coming here.
So Mephisto is the king of a realm.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not the same as being an actual realm.
No.
So surely the tall man would be able to hop in and out of wherever he needs to because his power isn't constrained by any one realm.
Oh, did we lose him here?
That's what I was about to say. Well, wait a minute.
It's too much nerd for you, Amira?
It got too nerdy.
She couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Abe on this. I don't see Mephisto just shunting the tall man off like that.
It's okay. You guys don't have to understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think tall man comes out on that. I'm with GPT on the vampire though.
No?
Well, I hate that.
What the hell are you?
Okay, well that's a whole thing.
This folks. This is why I don't go on TikTok, like ever.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of
I
surprised.
still say the tall man wins.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mephisto made him his bitch.
Somehow.
I'm just going to remind you here, Devil, that eventually Zarathros, the demon that inhabits Johnny Blaze to be Ghost Rider, does break free of that contract and mutilates Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is, in fact, more powerful than Mephisto is.
I didn't say Mephisto can't lose a fight. I'm just saying he didn't lose it to the tall man.
Touche.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back. So,
Yo.
all right. So moving on to the next part for you guys. These scare talks. So I figured I was like, you know what? Since we're going to we can always watch some funny clips, some funny clips from TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There are funny clips on TikTok.
Fat child having a heart attack? Oh. Oh, hell no.
That's funny.
I'd be kicking that little child.
Oh, there's nothing quite like traumatizing children.
Why would you do
Holy
that?
crap.
Yeah, I mean, that one was fucking cruel.
Oh my goodness.
Kids these days.
All right, let's see this one. She got knocked out.
You gotta get a candy out of the way.
Oh,
Fight or flight.
you break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
Now!
How is it that Spirit Halloween is so awesome, but Spirit Airlines is not?
Spirit Airlines is about to go out of business. Spirit Airlines.
That's a good point. I'll never quite understand why people are scared by things like this.
It's a anticipation thing, or like an
Yeah.
unexpected thing. You know, I mean,
Mm.
some guy jumps out at me. You know, when I didn't expect there to be a guy there, I'm probably going to freak out, and somebody's getting punched in the nose, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
like if I'm expecting it or whatever, like you go to a haunted house to be scared, so yeah, you kind of get spooked because it's the anticipation and the buildup, right? But you expect it to happen there, so it's not usually quite so bad. Whereas you go up to unlock your front door and somebody jumps out of the bush next to your house, you're going to have an entirely different response.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see. So this guy decides to scare his fiance.
Prank on fiance.
And so who's operating the camera? So, okay.
It's gonna be a good day. Oh, it's gonna be.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think she's more pissed that he put a video of her singing so badly on the internet.
Yeah, probably. Oh, hello.
Breathe.
So this camera's pretty steady. I'd wager it's probably like one of those mobile webcams that tracks your movement.
Oh shit! That startled me. I thought he was gonna let her go for a bit.
Yes. Clown, full-on clown.
Where the hell's the
I'm not joking. I don't know if it's kids around, like because it's almost Halloween, but something where somebody is up there, and it was just here at the window. Breathe.
Pulling that shit on the second story window is a nice touch too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Horse just no.
Shoot her pants. Yeah, stop. That usually stops serial killers. Rape? Did she say rape? Oh, Reef. Okay.
He said ice cream.
Yeah.
She just broke his damn nose.
I mean, that's just a straight up bad idea. Like, someone could just whip a gun out and fucking blow you away
Well, like
as a
if
home intruder.
she came down the stairs in a panic too. She had slipped. Right, they had hardwood
Yeah.
at the bottom of that shit. She could have been seriously injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's assuming it's real in any way.
Yeah.
Right. And the only reason I'm inclined to think that there might be something to that, it being real, is because the cameras were so steady that I think that they were automated.
Okay. So I just heard back from Amira. She had to go pick up her husband.
Ah, fair enough.
But
She can lift him up. Holy crap.
Nice.
I mean, she's pretty strong. I mean, she's a lioness, you know.
Yeah.
There's
She's got that
Sam's deck.
vampire strength.
Here's Sammy's
Oh, shit.
I can't find part 1. I don't know what happened with part 1, but this was enough.
Cross-eyed.
Got a lazy eye or something?
What the? Stop!
You guys too. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm bugging.
Holy shit! Stop! Stop! Stop!
I
Lady,
told you
stop.
I didn't want to do that.
Lady!
I have to go.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh my God! Stop! Hey! Oh God! Oh fuck!
Okay, that's not real.
Did you see her? Where?
Well, it doesn't mean it's not entertaining.
Shit!
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, where are you? Oh fuck! Shit. Oh fuck! Where are you? Did I get you? Where are you?
Yeah, shoot the cross-eyed girl. Shoot her.
She'll never see it coming.
You can't dodge with the shit.
Oh shit! Fuck! Hey, come on, get out of here! We're back.
You gotta do to get away from her, just run in a straight line.
Put him down! Put him down! Put him down! Lady! I said put
Getting
him
Linda Blair
down!
vibes from
Down!
her.
Come on, get up! Get the fuck up! Go, fuck! Jesus fucking Christ, get out! You guys cannot be here! You need to get out on the main road, okay?
Nobody
Yeah.
did all that at a house party once.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Abe, I know, I agree with you that was like that whole thing was like staged. It was a sketch, but the first giveaway was follow for more.
Yeah. There's whole channels now that even replicate body cam footage.
Right.
And it's all staged and it's all bollocks.
Oh, you could
Yeah.
thank the Blair Witch Project for that.
Right. But I think this was
Yeah.
done for entertainment purposes. I mean, like obviously
Yeah, it
for
was.
entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
You know, and what's interesting because like that, it was pretty well done. Some of the effects that they were able to pull off were pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we are going into 10 Halloween pranks. This is the first list. 10 Halloween pranks that went horribly and tragically wrong.
Oh, this looks like it's going to be a nice cheery story.
Yeah. Dangling from roof trick results in fire department visit. A few years ago, a family in North Carolina decided to hang a dummy from their second-story roof to make it look like a person had slipped while cleaning their gutters and was now holding on for dear life. The dummy was apparently dressed in real jeans, a sweater, and tennis shoes. However, mirth quickly turned to mayhem when a neighbor who was out walking their dog spotted the dummy hanging from the roof, freaked out, and immediately called the local fire department. By the time the family that had perpetrated the prank realized what had happened, the fire department was set up in front of their house and had a ladder extended all the way to their roof while shouting, "Hang on, help has arrived." Number 9. Police assume man was really run over by his lawnmower. In the vein of domestic accident pranks gone wrong, how about this one? Another family decided to use a dummy to stage a horrifying accident involving their ride-on lawnmower. The merry pranksters placed a dummy underneath the lawnmower on their front lawn so that only the arms and legs were visible from underneath the machine. They covered the arms and legs with red paint to simulate blood so that it appeared to everyone who passed by that the homeowner had been cut up and mangled by his own lawnmower. So it was so good was the stage accident that neighbors saw it in broad daylight and had no idea it was a hoax and promptly called 911. The police arrived and, terrified, launched into action not realizing that the person in distress was under the lawnmower was a dummy until one of the cops attempted CPR.
What does this teach us, kids? Don't take advantage of stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like looking at that, you would know immediately that it was fake. How retarded have you got to be?
They must have really been panicking. To not, I mean, to not notice. I mean, to flip the dummy over, you've got to touch the dummy at some point.
Yeah, you've got to ignore the laws of physics.
Right. All right. Let's see. Man keeps armed robber costume on while going to Starbucks. Not all Halloween costumes are ghosts and skeletons. Take, for example, the man from Lansing, Michigan, who went to a neighbor's party dressed as an armed robber, complete with a skull mask, bulletproof vest, and fake M16 assault rifle. The party went great, but after a few drinks, the man, while walking home, decided to stop in a local Starbucks for a non-fat latte to help him sober up. Unfortunately, the semi-drunk man was still wearing his armed robber costume. Customers screamed, the barista hit the floor, and the cashier raised her hands above her head, not before triggering the store alarm. The startled man was left explaining himself to police who arrived at the scene. After seeing that the man had money in his wallet to pay for his coffee and that the M16 was fake, the police let the Halloween reveler head home, but only after they confiscated his very believable costume. Hey, sir.
That could have easily been death by cop.
Sure could have been. Sir, why don't you give us that? Because, and I understand why they did it, because as he's getting home, somebody else is going to call the cops, and different
Yeah.
cops are going to show up, and it's probably going to be a different response.
The bigger crime is he got a non-fat latte. The homo.
Give this man a Darwin Award.
No, for real. Let's see. Dad decides to scare kids by
That's
pretending to
fucked
kill mom.
up.
Domestic violence should never be taken lightly, which is what one father found out the hard way after he decided to give his young children, ages 6 and 8, a good Halloween fright by pretending to kill their mother. Dad of the Year apparently donned a Michael Myers mask from the Halloween movie franchise and then proceeded to strangle his wife in front of their 2 kids. The whole thing was fake, of course, and mom was in on the prank. However, the kids freaked out in spectacular fashion, ran to a neighbor's house, and had them frantically call the police. The sheriff's office was dispatched, and Dad was left with some pretty detailed explaining to do. And while no charges were filed, the children were said to have trust issues to this day.
Jesus.
You know, I did something not quite that bad once with my eldest was having a birthday party for and she wanted to do a whole, scary movie thing. And so they ended up watching The Wolfman, the one with Lon Chaney Jr., black and white film. Great film, by the way. And so, and they were just going to stay up all night and watch scary movies or whatever. And so my wife at the time and I went out and got a Wolfman mask and gloves and stuff. And when I was to come home from work in the wee hours of the morning, I was going to wear those and tap on the glass, which I did. Scared the ever loving crap out of them, and it was totally fucking worth it. Fall asleep watching The Wolfman, will you? Not in my house.
All right, let's see. Teacher burst into the classroom revving a real chainsaw. A teacher at Taunton High School in Massachusetts thought he figured out a great way to get students into the Halloween spirit. He brought a real chainsaw to school, pulled the ripcord, and then burst into the classroom of 15-year-old students wearing a ski mask and revving the chainsaw to max throttle. The stampede of students that ensued was so bad that one person broke his leg while climbing over a desk. Once apprised of this stunt, several parents of the traumatized students launched a lawsuit against the school board, high school, and teacher who perpetrated the prank. Apparently, the family of the kid with a broken leg settled out of court for $100,000.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, that teacher's fired, and then the school probably turned around and sued them for the money they lost.
Yeah.
Teen eggs local electricity station and cuts power to 8,000 residents. Eggs are one of the oldest and most popular Halloween pranks. Who among us hasn't egged a house at least once in our life? But this tried and true prank took an ominous turn for a 15-year-old Pennsylvania youth in 2006. For some inexplicable reason, the teen in question thought it would be funny to egg the local electric company substation in his town at Halloween. However, the combination of egg splatter and rain that was pouring down at the time caused a massive explosion that practically destroyed the electric substation and knocked out power of 8,000 people in the local community. Fortunately, the boy escaped relatively unscathed. He had to be treated at the local hospital for ringing in his ears. Maybe it was the sound of his brain being fried.
So I don't know how that happens, right? Because the substations are insulated against all manner of things. It's, I mean, short of a direct lightning strike, they don't just explode.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't just happen.
It must have been something already wrong with it.
Yeah. Well, and also, if he was close enough to get knocked on his ass by that explosion, he'd be dead.
Yeah, categorically.
Those explosions are very powerful.
Oh yeah, yeah. Unless he fell to the ground because he was scared. Because I've been across the street from a transformer when that sucker exploded. Now, granted, it was just a transformer, but man, just the power from that thing, I hit the ground. So I can imagine that dang sure would have killed him if he was close enough.
Man, Kenny, and thank you. Yeah, it's just I I mean, you and I have talked about some of my past vocations and all that stuff. I don't know how much I probably mentioned it on the channel a few times, but I used to do work in the electrician's field, and so I have been around some of this stuff, been electrocuted a lot, and I have seen firsthand some of these kinds of explosions and whatnot. I mean, and the way they happen is usually because somebody fucked up, like they tightened the bracket down too much, and it cut through the Romex and connected the metal bracket directly to the wire or whatever. But that sort of thing. But usually, like the egg is not going to be enough to eat through any kind of Romex or any of the casings. And with water, I mean, there's like these substations are all outside. They're insulated against rain. They have to be. Otherwise, they'd be shorting out all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the only reason I bring this up is because the as laid out in the story here, it doesn't make sense.
Okay. All right. Well, moving right along. Woman successfully sues neighbor for defamation over Halloween yard display. A woman in Florida ended up successfully suing her neighbor for defamation, harassment, and emotional distress after the man next door set up a Halloween display that made her the butt of jokes. The offending neighbor put a sign on his lawn for an insane asylum that pointed to the woman's yard and erected a plastic tombstone with an epitaph that made fun of the fact that the woman was still single in her late 40s.
Okay, I like this one.
The tombstone read, "At 48, she had no mate, no date. It's no debate. She looks 88."
I mean, it rhymes and everything.
Yeah, that is effort.
Guy deserves a medal.
However, the woman had the last laugh after she sued the pants off her rude neighbor and got him to promise the court that he would not erect any more Halloween displays while living next door to her.
Who really won? How much is she spending lawyer fees and shit just to have him not be able to joke at her expense anymore?
That's ridiculous. Just fucking laugh it off.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Wait a minute. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
How was she able to sue him? I mean, isn't that didn't he have a First Amendment right to do that?
Well, does it specify these are all in the US or?
Well, it didn't specify. Maybe that's why. Because honestly, I mean, she could.
Well, this next one's in England, so
but yeah, anybody can file a lawsuit, but her hurt feelings is not enough to sue for damages. Like somebody would have had to gone up there and done something that affected her life, other than somebody just pointing a sign at her.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been in California.
Yeah.
Even in California, that wouldn't fly. Like I've seen stuff like that. Even there, that wouldn't fly.
You've still got constitutional rights there,
somewhat, but Let's see. All right, number
Gavin
3.
Newsom figures out how to take them away. I mean,
Give it time.
yeah.
Man wearing sheep costume accidentally set on fire. A man in England made the unfortunate decision to head to a Halloween party dressed as a sheep. His sheep costume had him covered in cotton balls. While riding the
Fucking hell.
subway in full costume en route to the party, a fellow traveler thought it would be funny to flick his lighter near the cotton ball covered costume. The costume burst into flames, and the Halloween party goer was badly burned. Worse, the man's costume clad friends on the train tried to put out the fire using alcoholic beverages that they were bringing with them to the party, which
Fuck's
only made the
sake.
fire worse. Fortunately, the person who set the fire was the heir to a large real estate and used his inheritance to cover the sheep costume man's hefty medical bills.
That one seems a little sus.
I mean, it's believable. I mean,
we've got enough stupid wankers over here that perhaps would do all of that. Yeah.
I mean, you
Possible.
saw Tucker and Dale versus Evil, right, Abe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the bit where, dude accidentally gets caught on fire and the chick picks up the fucking paint thinner thinking it's water. And it's like, oh, no, don't use that. And it whoosh.
Nope. Yep.
Let's see. Number 2, prankster spikes Halloween punch with Visine eye drops with tragic results. In 2009, a woman in Granville, New York, was charged with a misdemeanor after her failed Halloween prank ended up killing her friend. Wow. Inspired by a prank she had seen on television, a 49-year-old woman decided to spike the punch at a Halloween party she was attending with Visine eye drops. Apparently, the prankster through the Visine would make her friend woozy and ill. However, Visine causes serious medical issues for people who drink it, including respiratory failure. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like who the fuck thinks that it would be a good idea to ingest this stuff?
Yeah. The woman who was pranked had no idea what happened to her, but she quickly collapsed after drinking the Visine and later died. Several other partygoers at the party became seriously ill. The woman who spiked the punch with Visine was later charged with misdemeanor assault causing bodily harm. So she got a misdemeanor for killing her friend
That's manslaughter, at
in
least.
New York.
Yeah. Easily.
It didn't involve a gun. That's probably why. But I will tell you this. I mean, that's happened to me. I went to a party, a house party that was being thrown by a girl that liked me, and she gave me some punch and she spiked it with vodka, not knowing that I don't drink. But she spiked it to get me to, I guess she thought that maybe to get me to loosen up, quote loosen up. And I was on my way home when that stuff kicked in, and I had to be at work in like 3 hours. I was miserable, and it was an 8-hour shift too. I was
damn.
miserable. I was so mad at that chick, and that's why we
Yeah.
ended up not dating, because she did that. Number 1, teenager hangs himself to death in the front yard while trying to prank his sister. 2013, a teenager in Kentucky accidentally hung himself to death while trying to stage a Halloween prank. Jordan Moreland, age 16, of Louisville, was apparently trying to prank his sister on Halloween by pretending to hang himself in a tree on the family's front yard. However, the prank turned to tragedy when Jordan slipped and hung himself to death for real. Sadly, the family didn't believe Jordan was in trouble when they initially saw him hanging in the tree, as they assumed he was pulling another series of Halloween pranks. By the time they realized the prank had gone wrong, it was too late. Paramedics were unable to revive Jordan, and after spending several days in a coma, he died. An honor student, Jordan planned to join the Marines after high school. That's sad.
Well, I'm not happy.
That's pretty fucked up, yeah.
I don't know, man. What happened in the days when people's pranks were just like putting a lubed condom on the inside of the bathroom door? Or like a rubber, those like spray hoses on like kitchen sinks and whatnot, put like a black rubber band down holding the trigger down, so when they turn out the water on, it just sprays them, right? Harmless shit like that.
Yeah,
I can confirm that one is absolutely true.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at the second list. I just snatched it without looking at it. Pretty much everybody on this list died, including some guy some guy killed another guy giving him a wedgie.
The wedgie of death.
I mean,
why are
there's
we going through
wedgies.
lists of people that have died?
And there's
Well, that's why I'm
I
not showing it. I mean, I didn't know everybody in this list. This next one, I thought it was just simple pranks, but all these people just died. I mean, how do you accidentally
Jesus.
kill somebody doing a wedgie? It says he snatched the guy's underwear so hard that the elastic band slipped around his neck and basically choked him to death.
You couldn't just like pull it off of him?
I guess not. But
Apparently
the
not.
guy, but get this, guy got 30 years in prison in Denver.
Yeah, because that's manslaughter.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, the guy's name is Denver. It was his stepfather, 33-year-old Brad Lee Davis, pulled 58-year-old stepfather Denver St. Clair's bottom so far up, the elastic band slipped around his neck and asphyxiated it. David claimed that the act was
Who the fuck
David
has
claimed that the
underwear?
act, he claimed it was in self-defense, and that St. Clair was supposedly insulting his mother, but he was ultimately sentenced to 30 years for first-degree manslaughter.
What the fuck? Was he wearing like underpants for elephants or something?
I mean, I gotta be honest. I kind of want to know who the company is because that's some hefty underwear.
Yeah,
If it doesn't tear, you know, being
Holy
pulled
shit.
that far.
that's crazy.
I like Sam calls the newspaper and he's all like, "Could you guys tell me what underwear he was wearing?"
Man,
It's like, yeah, these undies are my jam. I need to buy them.
oh, yes, I did, Aaron Lauren. Thank you. I sent him a link to the thing.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, but not leastly, we have the second triple threat match, which is Emotep versus Q versus Melkor. We'll just go through it this way. Sam, who do you think is going to win this one?
Sadly, Q.
So I was just gonna say, is it really a question?
No, me.
I don't know. Nomi's kind of been in and out. I don't know if her audio's connected.
I think for the next time we do Monsters Ball, what you have to do is have winners of categories. So you have to have Omnipotent and have all the characters that are Q level, because really Q's gonna beat everybody.
Yeah.
He can snap his finger and put them out of existence.
Well, that's the discussion that Sam and I had when I drew up this list. What was it? Almost a year and a half ago. I just threw it together and wasn't really thinking. But the next one that I'm working on, it's. I actually used my brain on this one. So the next one is, it's like you said, it's separating the categories and evened out as much as possible. Me falling asleep.
Her internet's not doing great. She just let us know in the backstage there.
Yeah.
So, and also Ariel, that would be true if there were a second Q in this fight, but there's not.
Yeah.
There's just him versus these other two dudes.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say also, Aaron, Nomi works 2 jobs, so the times that Nomi's fallen asleep, I don't blame her. I mean, I may or may not have fallen asleep once or twice.
Yeah,
probably once.
I think you're
by
lowballing
accident for like 2 minutes.
I'm pretty sure you're lowballing that.
It's easily done.
Devil, who do you think? Who you got for this one?
Q, hands down.
I'm gonna say Melkor, just to spice it up.
I would like it to be Melkor, and also, Q's not really a monster so much as he is a nuisance. He could be monstrous, but it's not really what he is.
Well,
here you go with the whole technical stuff, man. You're taking it in a section.
The thing with Melkor is he is essentially a god, but he's not like, I don't know. Maybe it's harder than I'm putting into it.
But I think he can manipulate reality too, though. if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Am I
no,
right
it's
about
not
that, Sam?
necessarily manipulating reality. He, at a certain point, he wasn't God. But he had enough power that he was creating beings and stuff. But I don't know if that's necessarily omnipotent like Q is, where he can literally change reality.
Yeah. See,
So
all of
that's
it
the thing.
he
through
didn't.
all of time.
Yeah. Melkor didn't die.
Yeah, no, he's just
Morgoth was banished because he couldn't be killed. Even the
Yeah.
creator wasn't.
Yeah, in fact, he's trapped. He's trapped in the Shadow Realm, where Frodo goes when he puts the ring on.
Mhm.
Melkor's trapped there. In fact, I think it was at some point I was told at some point Tolkien planned on him coming back.
Right. Well,
In
that
one
could
of the
have been a
stories.
thing, but that's one of those things that unfortunately we'll never know because he died before he
Yeah.
fleshed that out. But he like he's removed from the world, but he isn't destroyed in any way.
Right. Basically,
Yeah.
what Mephisto did to the tall man, kind of.
Yeah.
I would
You
say
mean
Q as
kicked
well.
his ass?
Well, let's see. Let's see how this fight goes. Doop. An omnipotent trickster from the stars, a cursed Egyptian warrior priest, and the first Dark Lord of Arda. Three titans clash across time and reality. Q is omniscient, reality bending entity. Exists outside normal space time, immune to physical harm. But yet, well, unless he gets attacked by more than one Q, then he could definitely be physically hurt. Treats conflicts as games, defeats enemies with snaps or wit. Limits are narrative whimsy, not power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emotep, undead priest, cursed with immortality. Can command plagues, sandstorms, swarms, and darkness. Extremely durable, regenerates, and commands ancient magics. Weak only to divine artifacts or soul binding rituals. Which means, buddy,
Or
buddy,
cast.
buddy, if you somehow come out of this, Mephisto's got your number. Melkor or Morgoth, the mightiest of the was it the Anwar? Is that how it's pronounced, Sam?
Einir.
Anir,
Einir.
godlike beings of creation, master of flame, ice, corruption, and discord in the very fabric of the world. Created dragons, corrupted elves into orcs, and scarred Arda itself. Even weakened, he radiates a presence that warps matter and bends wills.
Yep.
The battle begins. Setting: a cosmic desert at the edge of creation. Three gateways open. Imhotep rises from the sands. Melkor towers, wreathed in shadow and fire, and Q strolls in casually wearing sunglasses. Of course he does. Q claps.
Nice.
Well, this is new. Gods and Monsters Anonymous. Shall we? Round one. Imhotep versus Melkor. Imhotep strikes first, summoning a wall of sand and plagues of locusts. Melkor's laughter shakes the void. With a gesture, the sands ignite into black flame. The insects warp into writhing serpents loyal only to him. Imhotep roars, regenerating wounds from molten stone, but he is hopelessly outmatched in raw creation power. Round two, Q intervenes. As Melkor raises his hands to annihilate Imhotep, Q yawns. So serious. Let's add a little flair. With a snap, Melkor is suddenly dressed as an Elvis impersonator. Imhotep blinks, confused. Q leans over to him. You know, you'd look fabulous with a little eyeliner. Snap. Imhotep now has 90s goth makeup.
I mean,
Yep.
you know what's funny about that? If you go back and you watch the original Mummy movies, Boris Karloff did in fact wear guy liner in those
Yep.
movies as Emotep.
Yeah, he did. And that's what I was
Mhm.
thinking. Both gods rage, but Q keeps reshaping the battlefield. Mountains turn into marshmallows, fire into soap bubbles. Round three, Melkor's countered. Melkor, however, is no ordinary god. He is a primeval creator. He begins to sing, and the music rewrites Q's illusions, unraveling them. For the first time, Q's grin flickers. Melkor's will radiates outward, twisting reality itself. Even Q feels the weight of another primal being. Emotep, sensing both are distracted, attempts a soul-binding ritual to seal them. Ancient Egyptian magic leashes outward, grabbing Melkor's essence for a moment, but Melkor's voice drowns it out, shattering the spell.
I mean, he
Final
is the
round.
note of discord in the Song of Creation.
Yep. Final round.
Mm.
Trickster versus Dark Lord. Emotep crumbles under the sheer magnitude. He's powerful against mortals, but against
Einur.
Anur and Continuum, he's an insect. Melkor snuffs him out with fire, leaving only ashes. Q claps sarcastically. Very impressive, but you're not the only one who can compose a tune. With a grin, Q rewinds time. Emotep is alive again, then dead, then alive again, like a skipping record. Melkor
That's
bellows
fucked
in
up.
fury.
I know.
That's evil. They clash directly. Melkor's Song of Creation versus Q's omniscient whimsy. The battlefield becomes a kaleidoscope of rewriting realities. One moment, Melkor stands on a mountain of flame. The next, Q turns him into a rubber duck. Then Melkor's will snaps back, corrupting Q's trick into a volcano of blood. Back and forth it goes until finally Q sighs. I could do this all eternity, but you're chained to your little world, and you've already lost it once. He snaps. Melkor's essence is suddenly bound outside of Arda, exiled in a pocket reality where his song cannot touch creation. Melkor rages, and his voice shaking eternity. But Q locks the cage with a smirk. Q dusts his hands, and that's checkmate. Why? Emotep was simply out of his league, an undead demigod, but still tied to mortal magic. He was fodder here. Melkor is a primal creator capable of matching Q in raw reality bending, but Q's defining trait is his narrative omniscience. He doesn't need to follow creation's rules.
It's because he's got fucking plot armor.
Yep. Where Melkor
Yeah.
warps worlds with a song, Q changes the script of the play itself. He doesn't just bend reality, he rewrites it. Do you guys want to do the finale today, or do you want to wait till next week?
Why don't we
Wait till
why don't
next
we wait till
week.
next week? Yeah, let's say that.
All right. Well, we'll do that, and then we'll go into the trivia. With
Yep.
that said, we are done for the night. That is it.
Before we get to too much further, I do have a thing I got to do here. Apparently, so Caucasian Sasquatch sent $5 via the Cash App, which is pinned at the top of the chat there. For anybody who feels like donating, I do appreciate it, and I will take your money. And it's for Grift, so I got to do the DSP thing again.
Nice.
I'm really tired. I don't know how well this is going to go. All right, boys and girls, it's time for you to help me out, because I need the help, because apparently I just can't manage my money very well. I get these mobile games and I just can't help but dump money into them. It's like online gambling. It's the worst thing ever. It's super addictive, but I don't actually do that. I'm just telling you that so that you'll give me money, because I need the money to pay my bills, my medical bills, my food bills, all the bills, not this crippling gambling addiction I got over here. I don't know. That's all I got. That's the best I got tonight. Fuck. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
I need to buy more wrestlers on my
right.
mobile
Yeah. I need those wrestlers. I need them now. You have to make it happen.
Just 20 more cards and I'll get Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Fuck it. That's the best I got tonight, Squatch. But thank you for the 5.
Sweet.
It's a whole thing. I don't know. He's
All
convinced that he can get me to, like pimp myself on a superior level. Like I've got the spark somewhere in me. I don't know.
He should have just asked you to write his name on your tits.
I mean, that would have been so much quicker and easier.
I know.
Anyway.
Well, with that said, Devil, what you got going on?
Here in 50 minutes. We have the pub over on my channel, and then on Wednesdays, come check out me on Make Me a Sandwich. We're having a lot of fun doing that show. And yeah, and then back here next week. And I'll be on Screaming Into the Void on Saturday.
All righty. Abe?
You'll find me on the pub shortly. Then after that, I'll be probably on the Full Aussie podcast. Then later on, I'll be on Anime After Dark. Then after that, I'll be back here on Samuel's channel. And I'd also like to plug my new show on a Tuesday night, 10:30 British time. I've got a new show with Jack Tarlad called The Jack and Abe Show.
Indeed. Is that on your channel or his?
Both.
All right.
Yeah. We stream on YouTube and Rumble.
Should have called it Jacking Abe, and on the thumbnail you could have had somebody giving a handy to Abe Lincoln. It'd have been awesome. Just saying.
Yeah. We thought about something like that, but we thought just calling it the Jack and Abe Show was ambiguous enough.
All right. Sam?
Next up is Beelzebub here shortly over on Devil's channel. Actually, because we started on time tonight, dude, so we actually do have a little bit of extra time between now.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah, we'll be over there, and then tomorrow we've got Screaming Into the Void right here on this very channel here. We'll probably be over on Exiled Lioness 2 tomorrow night when Amira goes live, helping out over there. So you can probably find me in the chat there, and maybe if she makes me go up on the screen. But that only happens usually when she yells at me. And then I think we're off this week for Mellow Mondays, right, Devil?
Yes. This is the off week.
So yeah, after that, I'll take Sunday off and then get right back into the game streams. So we beat Arlecchino yesterday. Very happy about that. Took 3 days. I'm so sick of that son of a bitch, and we're moving on with the rest of the game.
LOL.
So,
nice.
Yep. And then next week, right back here for more Abyssal Musings and awesomeness, and it will be quiz night. So we'll be doing my level best with a week's notice to get everybody to get some people on for that. And then we also, this is I'm not going to announce who publicly yet, but we do have a special guest on the 30th for Screaming Into the Void. So y'all are going to want to show up for that one. Should be a good time.
Ooh.
Nice. As for me, I released a video on my Night Lord channel. It's for villains. It's a game show that I've been playing. It's in the vein of a show called The Traders that is very fun. If you guys have Peacock, there's different versions of it, but it's a very enjoyable. I am right now, I'm brainstorming and working on some different things, seeing what kind of different content I kind of want to work on. I'm gonna get back to the Detective Clue series. It's just that takes it takes a while to put that thing together, and so I just haven't had the time to really sit down and go back into it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but it's not gonna be on a strict schedule. That way I don't feel pressured to get it out. Other than that, I will start doing gaming streams soon. I think I want to start off with Battlefield when it comes out. That's what I've been waiting for. Other than that, you can catch me, today in Amira's chat on the world famous Exile Lioness 2 as a moderator. And that's it. You guys can catch me here next week for the start of the road to Halloween. And these next 8 weeks are going to be a good one. That's it for me.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate all of you. Shout out to Amira and Nomi, who were here up on the panel with us for a little while. Appreciate you guys stopping in too. And actually, yeah, it's pretty good to see Nomi. Haven't had her on the panel in a while. So hopefully she didn't get the shitter net from me. So I got better, and everybody else I know got worse somehow.
Yeah, Nomi was out of town for the summer, And where she was, the internet was even worse than yours. Like she couldn't even stream. Like she
Yeah.
tried to, and she like
Yeah.
just froze every time. And she just gave up. She's like, I can't even
Yeah.
stream.
It's contagious.
Mm.
Yeah. So all that said, yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and all that stuff. This has been fun. You know, I do so enjoy this whole like who'd win in a fight type of conversations. You know, it's a thing I do in my own time with my my friends here in town and all that as well. It's just it's a nice pastime for dudes, I guess. I don't know. That's probably why the chicks are never that interested in doing it, but and all that. But thank you all for coming. We'll see y'all next time. And remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Right.